To sleep or not to sleep? That's the question. What happened or caused what? Does difficulty with focus and concentration cause insomnia or difficulty with sleeping? Or does difficulty with sleeping cause difficulty with focus? All we know is that it's very common in ADHDers to have insomnia. Studies show that we're at a lot higher chance of having insomnia than the general population. I know I've had a lot of issues with sleeping for a long time. What we do know is sleep is crucial to get the rest and rejuvenation that your body needs to be able to focus well and get done what you need to go do the next day. So why is this the case? Why do ADHDers sometimes have more difficulty with sleep? Well, I think one reason is we have difficulty focusing and getting done what we need to during the day. We get distracted. We have time blindness. We have mental fog. We feel overwhelmed and we just shut down. So we're not getting done what we need to get done during the day. So it needs to get done. So we push that into the nighttime sleep hours. So now we're pushing into the night what we could have, should have, would have liked to have gotten done during the day. Now we're not sleeping as much, and it's kind of that vicious cycle. We're not sleeping as much, and then by the time we wake up the next morning and get to sleep, if we don't have sleep issues, we're not fully rested, and then we kind of start out the day dragging, and then that's not going to contribute to positivity, to getting done, focusing, staying on task, and doing what we need to do. So what are some techniques and tools that help us get the sleep we need to? How can we calm that mind down a little bit? So there are a few supplements that are helpful for some individuals for insomnia. 3 I'm going to mention today. Melatonin works for about 50% of people in my experience as a physician assistant and recommending that for decades to my clients. About 50% of people find melatonin helpful. That's anywhere from 1 to 10 milligrams. The reminder with that is it's needed to be taken 1 to 2 hours before bed. Some people find benefit with that. Great. If you do, wonderful. If not, I would also recommend magnesium glycinate, specifically the glycinate form. There are lots of magnesium. Magnesium glycinate is specifically known to help with sleep and to help with anxiety and just kind of mental health in general. So that's taken at night. Also, NAC, N-acetylcysteine, has been shown, tried and true in studies too, to help a lot of people. NAC is really great. It does a number of things. It can help us just kind of feel more chill, even keel, go with the flow, helps our anxiety and depression a little bit, and it helps us sleep. It's not going to be a magic pill, right? Don't get me wrong, but it's going to help and it's natural and can really help kind of just ease everything down and help the sleep a little bit. So magnesium, glycinate, melatonin, and the N-acetylcysteine, the NAC abbreviation. Those are good. The one caveat with the NAC is it's not recommended for asthmatics as it can worsen or exacerbate bronchial spasms or asthma. So just watch out if you're asthmatic or avoid the NAC, the NAC, the N-acetylcysteine in that regard. Other than supplements, all the things that we heard that are hard to do, but it's the consistency in all of them. Having bedtime routine, so trying to go to bed and wake up around the same time has been shown helpful for a lot of people. Avoiding caffeine after 2 p.m. for a lot of people can be helpful. Avoiding alcohol at night can be helpful. Alcohol can help us fall asleep, of course, but it's not going to give us good quality of sleep. Have it be cool where we're sleeping. Have it be dark where we're sleeping. Maybe sleep music can be helpful. Maybe a toned down meditation. Deep breathing meditation before we go to sleep can be helpful. Maybe journaling can be helpful. Maybe writing down what we need to do for tomorrow or our to-do list or our thoughts on paper so that's not up here when we're trying to fall asleep. We know it's somewhere and we're not going to forget it, but we don't have to have it circling in our brain to get to sleep. Another technique that is helpful for some individuals, not so fun, but if you really want to try it, it is helpful for a lot of individuals, is if you are tossing and turning and can't fall asleep or stay asleep for 15 minutes or so, then get up in the dark, don't fall, and sit in a chair in your room or a different room in the dark. You sit in a chair in the dark and be bored until you get sleepy. Then you go back to bed. If you fall asleep, great. If it's another 15, 20 minutes, not staring at the clock, but give or take 15, 20 more minutes, not sleeping, get up again, sit in the dark chair, be bored. Keep doing that every time you can't sleep for at least 2 weeks. And there's a good percentage of people, close to 40 to 50%, say that by doing that religiously for a few weeks, it really just recalibrates the brain being like, this is boring. I don't get to scroll on my phone. I don't get to watch TV in the background. I don't get to do X, Y, and Z. This is boring being awake up in the middle of the night. So it retrains your brain to say nighttime is for sleep. And that could be helpful. And that's actually not medicines or supplements, which is great. Also associating sleep and bedtime together with the bed. So the bed is only for sleeping. The bed is not for social media and eating and TV and talking on the phone and everything else we do in bed. Bed is for sleeping. So sometimes if we just associate bed with sleeping, that can help too. At the end of the day, how can we try to combine and overlap these things to try to get our sleep to where it should be? Of course, there are prescription medicines, and you can talk with your mental health provider or primary care provider about prescription medications if needed. Ideally, if we could do it with lifestyle techniques or with supplements or just changing, the time of the exercise to earlier in the day, because that evening exercise could be triggering for some people, cutting back on the alcohol or avoiding that, cutting back on the caffeine in the afternoon, trying to build those consistency and routines of going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time. The other one that's hard to do is avoiding blue light for the 2 hours prior to bed. Why? So blue light is most light that's emitted from technology. That blue light is shown to decrease your natural melatonin in your brain that your brain's already making, which can make it harder to fall or stay asleep. So the recommendation is to turn off technology 1 to 2 hours before bed. If you must use technology 1 to 2 hours before bed, make sure there's the blue light setting on it, or get the blue light glasses or the screen you can actually put in front of your computer for blue light to tone that down in hopes to prevent some of that blue light from going through, which might wreak havoc with your sleep. All we know is that sleep is crucial. I know you know that. And ADHDers often struggle with this. So how can we work to better our sleep? By bettering our sleep, we're going to better our focus and our intentionality and being on point during the day. By doing that, we're going to then be able to get to sleep at a better time, and we're going to create a new, healthy, better circle than the spiraling bad circle of can't focus, can't sleep because we have to be productive, can't focus. In that cycle, we're now going to create a positive cycle of being more productive during the day because we're energized and rested. And then we can get to sleep on time. We have better sleep hygiene and habits in place to then wake up again, rest in the morning, and start it all over again. Thanks, guys. That's it for today.